Hello, fellow YouTubers. I'm down to my last Hail Mary here. I was trying to fix this problem where I was getting like a tapping sound. Uh, I had a friend look at it who thinks it might be the lifters. So before I try to take it in and have them rip it all out and the heads and that and replace the lifters or fix them or whatever they do, I'm going to try this Marvel's Mystery Oil. I've read a lot of good reviews online about it. I had just changed my oil yesterday, hoping that would fix the problem, but it actually got worse. So, and I used a 10 weight uh, SAE for it, and it actually it got louder. So I'm going to turn my truck on so you can hear it, and maybe that's the sound your vehicles were doing, and we'll see how this Marvel Mystery Oil works out. Some videos I watched, it worked right away. Others, they said it took a few days for it to clean out the carbon and stuff in the sludge. Here we go. And that's the sound it makes. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take out my oil from yesterday that I put in. Then I'm just going to add 20% of this to my oil. My truck takes around 4.5 to 5 quarts, so I'm going to add 1 quart of this to my engine and then let it run in idle for a while, and I will show you guys the results. Okay, just to make it easy, I'm just going to remove exactly 1 quart by filling this up to the 1 quart level on that jug. And surprisingly, that oil is pretty dark. I know it doesn't get all the oil out when you change it, so there's probably still old oil left in there from a few changes ago, but I'll take a quart of that out, and then I'll pour the rest in back into the engine, and then I'm going to add 20% of that, which will basically be almost a quart of that Marvel Mystery Oil. Okay, I just added the Marvel Mystery Oil to my oil. I'm going to let some of those air bubbles come out, and then I'm going to add it to my engine. Okay, I just added it to the engine. Okay, I'm going to start it up. I'm not expecting like immediate results in that, so I'm going to start it up and I'm just going to leave it on for a while, and then I'll do some little updates here and show you as this video progresses if the sound, changes at all, gets lower, or just stays the same. And that's at startup. I can still hear the sound. Getting louder. But it's not as loud as it was. It's like right off the bat. Like, now it's getting louder again. But I'm just going to let it run for a while and see what happens. But that's the first time it kind of started up and wasn't like loud right off the bat. Like that means anything, but we'll see. Okay, this is the 6-minute mark. Leave it in there so you can compare it to the beginning of the video. And I will be back at the 10-minute mark. Okay, it is 1:21. I just started the engine at 1:11. Here's the results. They, how can I say it, speak for themselves. Not really hearing anything. I hear a slight rattle every once in a while, but it just seems to it's been diminishing over the minutes. Actually, I'm surprised it's working so fast. Oh, and there it came back again. But it's not like it used to be. I mean, it was So I think what I'm gonna do is, my fuel is getting low. You can also add the Marvel Mystery Oil to your gas. So I'm gonna add the about 6 ounces, because this holds about 16, 17 gallons, and they say to do 10 ounces for every 10, or 4 ounces for every 10 gallons. So that'll probably be around 6 ounces for mine, and that'll also get in there and help lubricate the cylinders in there, the pistons. So and I've also read reviews where the noise just kept going away after they kept driving it, for about 300, 500 miles. So I will try to keep you updated on that. But I will come back to you like at the half-hour mark and see what kind of sound it's making. Okay, this is the half-hour mark. Still making a slight rattle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off, and then I'm going to go get gas and put 6 ounces in of the Marvel Mystery Oil and drive it around a bit, see what happens. Yeah, I can tell my phone is not my phone, but my vehicle is already a lot more quiet than it was before. Okay, I got onto a back road away from traffic. I still hear it a little bit, like real slightly, but not like it used to. It sounded like somebody put a baseball card in a fan. And that's what I could hear actually inside my vehicle with the windows rolled up. But now I have the windows rolled up and I'm not even hearing it. Every once in a while it'll come back a little bit, but not like it was. But I've only driven it for, 4 miles now. I figured I'd do about 10 or 20 miles on it, just to drive it around since it's a Sunday. It's about 91 degrees out, doing about 45, 50. Everything else looks fine. My coolant, my battery, my oil, and everything. The engine, the vehicle actually sounds a little more quiet than it did before. So I did add some to the fuel. I did have the camera, I was going to leave it on the dashboard, but the overheat feature kicked in and turned it off because the sun was just beating down on it, so I can only do it in bits and pieces. But I will keep adding to this video. I'm in no hurry to upload it, so I will probably run on this for a week, and then I'm going to change the oil and the oil filter again. And if I'm still hearing that knocking or ticking sound, I'm going to treat it again, because it really seems to be helping it. So I did read online a lot of reviews, a lot of testimonies, and I watched a lot of people on YouTube put it in their vehicles, older than mine, and it seemed to do wonders. So I figured, why not? I was buying all this stuff to tear off my heads and everything and get them machined and all this stuff, and this might have saved me a lot of money, so we'll see. Okay, after 5 miles, I just pulled over on the road. I'm gonna get out. It's pretty windy out. Roll my window down. I'm always paranoid about getting locked out of my vehicle. You can hear it a little bit slightly, but it okay, I just took her out for 18 miles on a full tank of gas, which I added some of that marble to. Still making the sound, but it's not as bad as it was. And actually, most of the time while I was driving on back roads and that, it seemed at higher RPMs you couldn't even barely hear it, and sometimes it just totally went away. So what I'll do is I'll leave it in there for a week, and then after a week I will change my oil and add another quart. Again, I'll do 2 treatments, but I'll also just do like a day by day to see how the sound is, if it starts fading away or just stays the same or whatever. So, all right. Okay, it's the next day later. Hold on. Okay, it's the next day later. I'm still getting that sound, but not that often anymore. So, and how many miles has it been? I'm at 173,064 miles. So I've went 52 miles already in it, and the sound is pretty much almost gone. It comes back every once in a while, but I have 4 more days left to see if the sound totally goes away. And this is Tuesday night, pretty much another 48 hours later. So the sound isn't as bad, anywhere close or near as bad as it was on Sunday. So, but I'll keep doing these until the end of the week, until I do my next oil change. Okay, this is about 76 hours later, and I have 104 miles on it so far. And now it doesn't even make the sound at startup anymore, so I'm pretty impressed with this marble. But we'll have till Saturday until I do my oil change, so I will keep doing updates. All right. Okay, this is pretty much over 96 hours later, 4 days later, so oops. My ignition switch is sensitive. If I turn it too far, it squeaks. I try not to do that. But as you can see, no sound, or as you can hear, no sound. Definitely a lot better. So I'm gonna make 2 more of these little videos, and then I'll be changing my oil, and then I can figure out if I'm getting really decent fuel consumption or not. Looks about the same. I put some in my gas on Sunday, and I don't know, I haven't really noticed a difference yet. So alright, talk to you later. Okay, it is finally Friday, and I'm going to do my last test startup here. And as you can hear, there's no lifter sound, thankfully. So, but I will change my oil tomorrow, and I will add another quart of that mystery oil. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, it's Saturday, and I'm going to change the oil, and I'm going to put some more of this in, another treatment of that Marvel mystery oil. And my oil's up in the front. I just got Haveline 10 weight, so that ought to do the trick. And then I got a Motorcraft oil filter. I wanted to get a Delco, but they were out of them. I went to Walmart, so, but I guess a Motorcraft will have to do. At least it's not a Fram. So, all right, let me get the oil out of this thing and put the new oil in tomorrow. Okay, as you can see, that's the 1 week old oil that came out of it. Got pretty black. It's a lot of sludge and stuff that Marvel got loose in there and got out. It did start to tick a little bit on day 4, but not a lot, and then it went away. So you'd probably want to change it after the 3rd day of driving, but I ended up putting 169 miles on, so it did pretty good. So now to put the new oil in. Okay, I got the new oil in, new oil filter. There's my old oil, which I gotta dispose of. And wow, it even sounds even more quiet than it was before. It's unbelievable. It is a lot more quiet. I'm also gonna do a radiator flush today. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on that. Chris Fixit has a pretty good video on that already. So, but all right, guys. I hope you like this video, and please subscribe. If you want to see more stuff like this, just let me know, and I'll do stuff like that. And thanks for watching.